So on Sunday night, Kendrick Lamar had a concert and he invited this white girl up on stage to sing along with this, I don't know, 2012 song that he released. And, as she was singing along, she said the N word and he actually stopped her in the middle of the concert and told her to, said like, you can't say this word, and then proceeded to say like, okay, you gotta like add like bleeps in it whenever that word comes up. So then when she did sing the rap, it was obviously like super stupid and ridiculous because she's trying not to offend anybody. And it's like, man, if you're gonna bring up a white person up on stage to sing along to one of your songs that has the N word in it, and you don't like white people saying the fucking N word, then, why are you doing this? Is it just some fucking power trip? Like, honestly, this is what I think it is to a lot of people now. And it's like, oh, I hear a lot of arguments like for the word being used, saying, oh, we're just trying to remove the stigma for the word, and this is why we're using it a lot, putting it in all of our songs. But it's like, you're not removing the stigma if you don't allow everybody to use it. And people will say, oh no, we're not stopping you from using it. The government isn't preventing you from saying the word. You can say it all you want. You're free to say it, but you're not free from consequences. It's like, yes, we understand that too. But if you want to remove stigma from a word, then whenever that word is uttered by somebody you don't like, hitting them and attacking them or threatening them or whatever is not going to make take any stigma away from that word. It's still going to have the same as much meaning as it did in the past as it does today, because they know it affects people. It affects you still because you let it affect you. Like, I was reading this one article and a guy was saying like, you don't know what it's like for a black person to hear the word, and then it could ruin their whole day. And it's like, are you, no, come on, that's bullshit. That's a lie. That is not true. No, but nobody hears that word being uttered when they're walking by, and then their whole fucking day is ruined. That is complete fucking bullshit. So, you know, if if you guys want to keep using that word so much and you want to reduce the stigma, then let everybody fucking use it and don't get so butthurt when one of your fans says it, because all this is going to do is going to push away a lot of your white fans, because you're going to be like, well, what's the point? I can't even sing along with my favorite artist. Like, this is ridiculous. And this is the problem with political correctness, censoring certain words, saying you can say this word, but you can't say this word, because as soon as you get that person to come and sing on stage, it sounds like a fucking mess because they're literally bleeping themselves during the song. So, it's this is just gonna harm them more in the future. So it really, it's not gonna come down to white people fixing the stigma to that word. It's really gonna come down to black people not getting so fucking butthurt when people do use it. And I do understand it is offensive, and I don't go around calling people that, for no fucking reason or anything like that, or for any reason, because I understand, like, if it is similar to like calling your mother whore, right? Like, if you called my mother a whore to my face on the street and you kept doing that, then yeah, I may react violently, right? So I think that is some way that that word does affect black people, but really it shouldn't, because it is just a word meant to hurt you. It's not attacking your mother directly or anything like that, said by a stranger. Like, civilized societies require people to not overreact when they hear things they do not like. This is the whole basis of freedom of speech and having and all this stuff. It's so we can have dialogues about things that are, touchy. And it's not always just has to do with the government. It really comes down to the only reason we have these laws to begin with that govern our societies is because enough people within that society consent to that law and want to live like that and want to try to embody those laws within their own lives. If you institute no murder in your country, most people believe in no murder. Most people don't go around murdering people. So the only way that law has utility is if the majority of the population believes in that law. So, if people really do believe in freedom of speech and believe in open dialogue and stuff, then you will let people say offensive words like this to you. And you're not gonna bleep them and make them bleep themselves during a fucking song. Like, that sounds stupid to everybody. It sounds stupid to you. It sounds stupid to me. Like, it's either stop using these in your own songs, or don't get so fucking butthurt when white people fucking say the word, because it's not a big deal. It doesn't hurt you. It should not depress you. Like, even like the example I said earlier with somebody comes and insults my mother and stuff like that. Like, yeah, it might make me mad at first and want to hit the person, but it's not gonna ruin my day. I'm not gonna be like, they were right about my mother. This is stupid bullshit, and it's laughable to even hear about this, and for it to actually be a fucking news story. Like, obviously, like, this is how you can tell political correctness has gone too far, because 10 years ago, I don't think this would have been a story. I don't think, even 5 years ago almost, I don't think Kendrick Lamar would have stopped one of his fans, like, oh man, you can't say that, you can't say that, so I don't know. That's all I pretty much had to say. If you like my content, subscribe and have a good day. See ya.